done is about 5 or 6 times in that last long game. She really gambled with her second serve, won a few points. And here comes another one. It's about the lowest service percentage I've seen in a long while with the top player.
Yeah, she's, as you mentioned, Pam, earlier, she's not really being very aggressive with her body on the serve. I mean, we're talking about a player who spends most of her career serving and volleying in doubles. And that's a little bit different body action on the serve. She's serving and moving backwards a little bit. You can see they've only been on court 41 minutes. Well, that's frustrating. Another chance for Zvereva to hold serve. She's only held one time. Well, she hasn't held at all, in fact. Her only game was a Seles break. Opening game of this set. Correctly, she has just so much pace on the ball, she can't track it down. So this winner from Seles, you can see she's just jumping on anything short.
Something new, a great point. Seles has seen a lot of them. Wow, late call. Zvereva was half volleying the ball, clearly long. We can see it from here. Monica just questioning. Cecil Holland's jumping out of the chair, wants to stretch his legs, checking the mark. Probably feels good after you've been sitting in the chair, even if it's been only about 45 minutes up there. See here, I think that move probably just sort of caught the lines person, that half volley move.
Another chance for Zvereva to hold.
Boy, if you've seen it once, we've seen it about 8 times the last 2 games. All the game point opportunities that Zvereva has had to hold serve. Had a whole bunch to try and jump out to a 2-love lead. There's the serve volley move. Obviously that serve set it up beautifully, and it was more of a hesitation serve volley. Pretty easy volley with a wide open court.
Now, she hasn't been to the net too many times, but when she gets up there, we just look again at that beautifully executed backhand volley.
Zvereva doesn't waste time getting back ready to play either. And a service hold for Natasha Zvereva, leveling the second set at 2 games apiece. ESPN2 hosts the Final Four, NCAA hockey. You got New Hampshire, Michigan, Ohio State, Boston College. A bunch of great football schools there. Don't think Charles Woodson, though, is going to be skating around against New Hampshire. That's 2 o'clock Eastern time. You ever play hockey, Betsy?
No, I can't say I have, Pam.
You Florida girls.
You don't have a lot of ice to skate around on.
First time Ohio State, one more thing on that hockey. First time they've ever been through to the Final Four. Big time for them. Well, she got away with it, but a little casual with the volley.
Well, that's something that's fairly indicative of the Zvereva career. Sometimes a bit too casual, but she's just so incredibly talented. She often gets away with it. Well, again, something short. Monica just pounces on this one. It's about 19 winners now.
Good wrong footing, top spin low, forehand from Zvereva. And this game's now at 30 all.
You just wonder how good Zvereva really could have been if she had put maybe a little bit more effort into her singles. She won 3 titles. She made 15 finals, though. I mean, just so very good. Winners and errors there. 19 for Seles, 12 for Zvereva.
Zvereva stopped traveling with a coach a few years ago. She was sort of tired of traveling with people who kept telling her to work out harder and to try a little harder. They knew how much talent she had.
A very independent type, very free-spirited.
Well, that backhand error just wide. Monica has a long look at it, but you can see here, this camera angle is going to show you that it's just wide and brings up a break point. You can see Seles winning half her break point opportunities. Zvereva only 1 of 4. Now 1 of 5. That's a wasted opportunity. She was obviously going for it all at one time. It's probably not fair because you have to gamble against someone like Monica Seles. The set is really tightened up after the first set was gone in 18 minutes. Only one of their previous 6 sets has Zvereva been able to get to 6, to at least to 3 in a set. It was a 6-3 set last year in San Diego. They played 3 times last year.
Straight up into that sun. Had an opportunity on that first overhead.
All those are the kind of points you just can't let slip away. Sun or no sun, big disappointment. You can see it on the face of Zvereva. Back to deuce. Now the unforced error. Doesn't like the contact point on that forehand. Oftentimes you'll see players sort of imitate what they wish they had done on the shot. Maybe next time. Great touch from Monica Seles. She fights off a break point, and her comeback is looking good. Up 6-love, 3-2. Stay with us. Monica Seles faced a break point in the last game and had many opportunities to be broken. You can see here a hesitation move from Zvereva. She backs up, but winds her way to net and has a couple of opportunities. Should have put this overhead away. Goes right back up the middle. This is a little more awkward. And then Seles winning the point. We're at Hilton Head Island Family Circle Cup. I'm Pam Shriver alongside Betsy Nagelson. 6-love, 3-2, Monica Seles. Only her second tournament on the Corel WTA Tour in 1998. Had 8 of the 16 seeds go down before the third round even started.
Incredible, as you mentioned in the opener, Pam. Conchita Martinez and Sanchez Becerra, the only two who have ever won this event, going out before the second round. Hingis, of course, who won it last year, isn't here to defend her title.
Sanchez Vicario went out to Andrea Glass of Germany in a long 3-setter. Conchita Martinez took Grabowska. As you look at the winners per set.
And Natasha's really changed things around in the second set. 11 winners to only 2 in the first set.
So even if Zvereva gets that last ball back, I don't know what it's going to do for her. Not much. She's either got to buy time, or perhaps what she was trying to do there was go ahead and hit the angle forehand winner. We saw her do one of those early in the first set. She's just got to try and do more damage when she's in the desperation point. Easier said than done when you're playing Monica Seles. This set, really, Natasha Zvereva's had so many opportunities to jump on top of Seles here with a good point.
She's dictating just a little bit more, and she's standing a little bit closer inside the baseline. She was getting pushed all over the place in the first set.
2 of the 3 games that Zvereva's lost in the second set, she's had multiple game points. Another double fault, her 6th. Of course, when your service percentage is hanging around 40% most of the match, you're going to serve some doubles. Trying to gamble.
0 for Seles. Good serve there. Very attacking mentality as well. She was ready to follow that one up to the net. She's been to the net 11 times in 86 points played. 12 now. And 11 of those have been in the second set. And she's winning the majority of those.
Another unforced error on the game point. That's been the real story for Natasha Zvereva after she got rid of that ugly first set without getting a game.
Wow. 24 unforced errors. Double the amount for Seles, who only has 12. Another chance here for Zvereva, the third one in this game, to try to tie things up here in the second set at 3 games apiece.
And Zvereva holds serve, leveling this second set at 3-all. Monica Seles is trying to do something she's never done before. Look at the list of past champions. A couple of legends at the top. All of them, in fact. Everett, Navratilova, Graf, Austin. You got Sabatini, Conchita Martinez. Rosie Casals, the first winner ever of this tournament 26 years ago.
Yep.
Martina Hingis last year.
Back in 1973, Rosie won the first one ever. In fact, Rosie played more family circles than anybody. I think she played 14. Of course, Chris won more than anybody.
Chrissy will be working for NBC this weekend on the broadcast of the Family Circle Cup. It's 2 p.m. on Saturday and 11:30 a.m. Sunday. Watch the conclusion of this historic women's event.
It is a favorite on the tour amongst all the players. It is just a fantastic tournament. Everybody works so hard. The volunteers, everyone does such a fantastic job.
1981, Chris Everett, one of her titles was beating this lanky serve volleyer trying to win a title on clay. Yours truly. Oh, that was Seles' first double fault.
This is only the second appearance at Hilton Head for Monica Seles. The ninth for Zvereva. In fact, as a youngster, just shy of her 18th birthday, Zvereva showed up here in 1989 and got all the way to the final, lost to Graf, beat the number 2 seed Martina Navratilova en route. Of course, that was the very famous time in Zvereva's life when on national television she criticized the Soviet Tennis Federation for taking too large a chunk of her prize money and basically ripped it up, and that's where she split from the Tennis Federation. A very gutsy and bold move, and she struggled with her tennis, but it sure paid off for her, and she was able to keep most of her prize money after that. It was a tough time in her career.
Well, a pretty close call on the far baseline. Cecil Hollins, for the second time, gets up, has a look. You can see the baseline judge pointing. And I believe they are going to play 2. It's the only surface that you can do that. Get out of the chair and check a mark. That's clay or Hartrue in the United States most times. Oh, close on that baseline.
Zvereva does love to play here, though. She's been to 2 finals and 3 semifinals, dating back to '89.
Monica Seles' path to a potential final starts with his third-round match over Zvereva, who's never gotten to 4 in any set against Seles. Natasha Zvereva of Belarus, currently spending most of her time in the United States, will be serving, try and level this second set at 4-all. Lost the first set pretty quickly. 6-love.
About 18 minutes that first set. In fact, the second game of this second set was Zvereva serving, and she got broken, but she had a handful of opportunities to hold serve. That game alone took 9.5 minutes.
Whoa. I think Cecil Hollins, once again, is going to get asked to get up and look and see whether or not this is a winner or an unforced error. He's calling it just out.
Just another look at it. This one lands so very close to the line. It does leave a mark, and you have to get down there and scope it out pretty closely.
Oh, we see a bit of a forced error there from Zvereva, but look at the unforced errors from Zvereva in this match. 9 in the first set. It's a lot when you consider it was only 18 minutes, only 2 from Seles. They're pretty even in this second set because this set has been very, very close. A lot of opportunities for Zvereva to win games when she hasn't been able to. which is typical when you play a top player. You just get, a lot of times you get all those ad points and you just can't convert like you do against someone ranked 50 in the world. Funny how that works.
99-mile-per-hour serve from Zvereva, her fastest one today.
You know, there was a first serve that wasn't that well placed, and Monica put Zvereva right away on the defensive. So even when you get your first serve in, you've got to hit it close to the lines, try and get Monica moving, a little on the defensive.
That error off a very well-struck return of serve sets up another break point for Seles. Take a 5-3 lead to try to serve out the match. Zvereva just asking for confirmation on that serve.
Well, and now Sesselhan's almost getting an anaerobic workout. Up and down, up and down. Still break point. One of the most aggressive points from Zvereva so far in this match.
That's one of the few times, Pam, that she's really stepped in, flattened out some balls, and taken it early. She's moving well, you know, right close to that baseline, trying to take things on the rise. Right here, just right on top of it, well inside the baseline.
Deuce.
She's been fairly content to sit back a little bit.
Monica was getting a little irritated at the end of that.
Well, she knows that she's had so many chances to not put matches away, several of them last year, and really frustrated by it.
And last week against Kornikova, led 5-3 in the first set, 3-1 in the second set after only playing one match in 4 months. Helping take care of Dad, Karoli, who's at home, and wish the whole Seles family a lot of thoughts and prayers during this tough time. Well, that's something unusual. We see Seles there with a great point, and she doesn't get the ball back into play, something her older opponent has done several times in this match.
Seles getting just a little bit frustrated. She's had 2 break chances to take a 5-3 lead. She sprints forward for this, slices under that, and it lands a little bit long. Now a game point for Zvereva.
Serve to level at 4 games apiece. ESPN World Figure Skating Championship presented by MasterCard. That's coming up 7:30 Eastern Time tomorrow on ESPN. You can see Zvereva doing a little bit of a skating maneuver there leading into the promo. It's the World Figure Skating Championships. Nicole Bobick, Michelle Kwan.
Well anticipated from Natasha. Now creeping into the Seles game. I know what's going through her head. So many times last year in her mind she felt she had matches won. I mean, you remember test 2 at Wimbledon. She's up 5-2 in that third set, serving at 5-3. At the championships against Sanchez Vicario at the end of the year, a set in 4-1. Let it slip away.
Boy, that was something early in her career she never worried about at all. She just knew when it got close that she was too tough and she'd close it out. Now, triple break point. And just a tremendous turnaround in this match after a 6-love first set in 18 minutes for Seles. Now Zvereva will be serving for the second set. Zvereva has never won a set in singles against Monica Seles, and she's about to try and do just that, serving at 5-4 in the second round. This is third round action of the Family Circle Cup.
What a turnaround it has been. In the first set alone, Seles only had 2 unforced errors. She's had 18 so far in the second set. And Zvereva on her side of things has turned things around in the winner department. She only had 2 winners in the first set. She had 17 winners so far in the second set. Well, a lot more, actually. She only come in, I think, once in the first set. And I think she figured out that she was no way going to do anything harmful against Seles standing way behind the baseline. She knew she needed to get up there to show off those kind of hands.
30-love, 2 points from the set. A tough one on clay with the footing, trying to quickly move across for the half volley. Hits it up the line over the high part of the net, in the net. Still 30-15.
Yeah, that's a costly perhaps mistake from Zvereva there. She was trying to go for it. She had to hit a very offensive shot. That one caught the top of the net. It's up 30-love in this game. It's now 30-all.
That's 3 straight unforced errors after leading 30-love, 2 points away from taking her first ever set, and now down a break point.
Goes for this one again. Kind of stopped moving when that ball caught the top of the net and just sort of stood there. Didn't move her feet well enough. A break point now.
For Zvereva, her 7th double fault, coming on a break point at 5-4 after you thought you were going to win the set, or perhaps that thought is what triggered a little bit of nerves, given the fact Zvereva's never won a set from Seles. So 5-all in the second set.
Aggressive return from Zvereva.
Zvereva's going to her chair. I don't know. I don't think she broke a racket string. Wants to get something out of her racket bag. Believe me, these racket bags about 20 years ago, they didn't exist, and they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You're going to need a person just to carry your racket bag in another couple years.
Yeah, an awful lot of things in there.
Just play Let's Make a Deal. Does anyone have a hard-boiled egg in their bag?
Yeah, a couple sets of clothes and all kinds of medicine kit type things, about 8 rackets.
I always had about 3 ice bags. Not filled, mind you. That made it a lot heavier. 15 all.
Got a regular drugstore going in mine. Pretty soon we'll have caddies out here.
Yeah.
Well, Zvereva trying to come in. She just didn't get in far enough. Got caught just behind that service line. That's no man's land. You can't get yourself caught there, especially when you're playing someone like Seles who wants a target.
You could see how high that ball at one point was, so if she didn't hesitate, she could have been there with a pretty good volley.
Boy, that's good from Zvereva. She's got a pretty good read on these passing shots from the Seles backhand. Seles has been going down the line, and Zvereva's just camping out over there. You know, that's such an underused shot these days. The serving volleyers use it, that forehand slice. Will be 1 game away from the match here at Hilton Head Island, Sea Pines Plantation. Monica Seles first up from her chair. She's anxious to close out this third round match. It's actually 6 games to 5 for Monica Seles. Zvereva will be serving to stay in the match. She's done something she's never done before. That's take Monica Seles past 6-3 in a set and led 30 love. In her last service game when she was serving for the second set, Seles broke and then just held. Monica's being pushed back pretty deep behind the baseline. She's not really looking for something short. She gets here in just enough time to squeak it by Zvereva, who's trying to move in. Did the right thing there.
Along with that return. Well, you know, it's interesting. We're just working with Gavin Hopper for a week, Monica Seles. Gavin Hopper working on fitness. And I'll tell you what, you can definitely pick up a step or two just after a few days.
Oh, yeah, she has already. I mean, he's very pleasantly pleased with her improvements. And with Monica, it's just been a matter of being consistent with it. I mean, she's had such a stop and start with her career ever since she came back in '95 due to injury.
30 all. Now a second serve. Zvereva's 2 points from being out of this tournament. Wow, that's so good from Seles. She was way out of court to play that forehand.
she still was able to get two hands on it and come up with an incredibly offensive shot to give herself a match point. I think that's a smart play from Zvereva. Wrong footing, Seles. It's never easy to get your footing on this clay surface anyway. And this little ball just trickles over the net. Zvereva with the good hands can sneak it by Seles. Back to deuce, a match point saved.
Yeah, you can see in that replay, Monica was just sort of running forward instead of that split step the moment your opponent hits the ball. That's something Gavin Hopper will probably be working on. And now a game point for a tiebreak. Obviously, these two have never played a tiebreak since this is the first time Zvereva's gotten past 3 in any set. Good turnaround for Zvereva from the first set. But too many times on the game points. I mean, this set really could have been already in Zvereva's pocket. She had many game points in early games in this set and lost them. Serve for the set, 30 love. And now, deuce. Natasha Zvereva does hold serve after facing the 1 match point. Now we'll play a 12-point tiebreak. First player to 7. You have to win by 2. Monica Seles will start things off with 1 point on her serve, and then it'll go 2-2-2 until we have a winner. You can see there Seles with a pretty good tiebreak record, as does Zvereva.
Starting the tiebreak with a double fault, and that's only her second one.
You're watching Family Circle Cup from Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. 26th time this tournament has been here. I'm Pam Shriver. Betsy Nagelson and I are enjoying this match, especially the second set as Zvereva has found a way to challenge Seles. Seles went right through Zvereva. 6-love in the first set. Seles, number 3 seed here. Davenport seeded 1. Novotna seeded 2. They're both still in the tournament. 8 of the top 16 players or seeds in this tournament are gone.
Just missing on the return, and then in the first set she was just smacking winner after winner on the Zvereva serve.
Well, it's really a case that first set everything was going Monica's way. Very little to Zvereva, slowly turning things around.
Well, there's the kind of aggressive tennis that Seles was playing in the first set. Stepping inside the court, taking the ball early, and just smacking both off both wings.
Still, as hard as it is, it's still safe. It's well above the net.
Now, a couple of points in a row for Seles. Remember, she didn't even get a full match in her first match on the clay. She beat Barbara Paulus, who had to retire after a set in a game. So Seles really still finding her way in matches. She's played so few in the last 4 months. This is only her 4th.
That is just a wonderful drop shot. It's the spin so many times is what when Monica, matter of fact, she forgot it was 3-all and a change of ends.
Well, again, Zvereva sets up like she's going to just wind up with that two-hander, and at the last minute, let's go. And the great feel, the great touch, just slides under this one. Chop.
That means it's going to bounce almost right back towards the net. Zvereva serving now 3-all. Again, hitting behind Monica Seles, forcing the lob. And Zvereva this time makes sure of the overhead. Sneaks ahead in this tiebreak.
On serve here now. Good serve down the tee, 91 mile per hour.
You'd like to see that in a tiebreak at 3-4. You make your good first serve and you see the return go out. You don't have to hit another ball. 4-all.
Good job, Seles. That's got to really make her feel very good. I mean, she's put in an awful lot of very hard work just in this past week on her fitness, trying to achieve this very thing right here, getting quick enough to a drop shot to play a winner.
Seles now 2 points away for a spot in the quarterfinals. That's 8 points in a row with the server, leveling this tiebreak at 5-all. Monica took a racket there. She was pretty angry. That was a bad unforced error for Monica.
Yeah, I got to think that that match point is still lingering in her mind somewhere. She held a match point on this Zvereva serve.
Was unable to get either of the returns in on this Zvereva serve. And now for the second time in this second match, second set, Zvereva has a set point. It's also the second match of the day.
Just wide. Monica thought she may have had it.
Well, that's the first time that Natasha Zvereva has ever won a set from Monica Seles. We'll see the third set when we come back.
I don't know. I haven't seen her for a couple hours here. I'm missing her.
Well, we haven't heard her, but what we have heard is a great comeback from Natasha Zvereva after losing that first set 6-love and now winning the second 7-6.
Yeah, I mean, an incredible turnaround. Zvereva started to play very much better. She got much more aggressive, struck a lot more winners. And I got to think that Monica is so frustrated at the fact that yet again in her career she's had a chance to put a match away and has let it slip away. She held a match point on the Zvereva serve at 5-6 in the second set. We'll see if she can come out with a clear mind in this third set. It's a nice way to start things off.
Zvereva played a pretty good point on that match point of Seles, forced the error from Monica. Seles trying to start off with an early break. Love 30s, Zvereva serve. It's a pretty interesting draw here. You've got another match later on in the day, Davenport against Dragomir. Dragomir's a great clay court player, and similar to this match, Dragomir has hardly won games against Davenport.
They've only met twice, but they've been very one-sided affairs both times.
Davenport, of course, number 2 in the world from the United States. Lisa Raymond of the United States, still in the draw. She's going to play Ann Miller, an upset winner over Mary Pierce. That's her 8th double fault. Lisa Raymond probably be the United States number 2 Fed Cup player behind Lindsay Davenport in a couple weeks in Kiowa Island. Still another break point. Well, this first game of the third is big for both players, emotionally as well as just on the scoreboard. I mean, Monica is trying to get over that second set, having the match point.
That's a well-played point from Seles. She didn't give any ground away. She played an aggressive attacking point. Sometimes she kind of sneaks back behind that baseline and doesn't even realize that she's getting back there, and therefore her groundies aren't as penetrating. Third break point in this game.
Seles' number slipping. But she converts on that one, and a big game it is as she breaks to lead 1-love in the third set. A lot of fans of women's tennis here looking at the action on the center court of the Family Circle Cup. That couple enjoying action. This tournament's been around for 26 years. There's a lot going on in the outside courts, a lot of rain yesterday, so third round action getting started, but also some second round action finishing up early this morning. First match on today on the center court was an upset. Ann Miller of the United States taking out Mary Pierce, who was playing her first match in a month and a half. Mary Pierce became the 8th seed of 16 to go out in either the first or second rounds. Wow. Showing you the depth of women's tennis, how much it's improved.
Big serve from Seles. Got the weak reply. Again in this third set, I mean, really Seles was in complete control of this point, well inside the baseline. Look how far back she's pushed Natasha.
Scream got me pumped up. Showing you the great touch of someone who's won 20 Grand Slam doubles titles. Most of those with Gigi Fernandez. Look how split step down low, nice little touch, and stays low.
Winners all even, 27 apiece in this match.
Monica holds serve, goes up 2-love in this third set. Have a look at the draw. Number 1 seed Davenport takes on a tough clay courter Dragomir, who would have been seeded last year here. Ranking slipped a bit. Spralea's hung in there. Grabowska put out a seed. This is one of the few matches that has 2 seeded players playing each other. Matter of fact, the only third-round match. Glass put out Sanchez Vicario. Fusai just had a long win on an outside court. Kutzer has to like the look of that bottom half, along with Novotna and Lisa Raymond, the only 3 seeds left.
We're talking about a tournament that started out with 9 of the top 10 players. We look at double fault number 9 from Zvereva.
Betsy, as you know, so many great clay court players, and on surfaces like clay and grass, a lot of times you can chuck those rankings out. Players rank so much lower. They like to play on clay, and they come out here. Others who played Lipton late in the tournament have only had a couple of days to prepare. not sure people realize how difficult it is to adjust from a hard court to a clay surface.
Yeah, I mean, every player talks about the transition and the fact that these two tournaments are so close together, as we see Seles taking a little page out of Zvereva's book, a drop shot. But it's so very, very different, especially with the movement, getting your footing on this surface. And even though Lipton is just about a 2-week event, many of the players stay there till the end because they're in doubles.
It was a vital game for Zvereva, already down love 2. Wants to make sure that she avoids what happened in the first set, which is just letting Monica's confidence build.
Natasha Zvereva was in Key Biscayne on Sunday, playing in the doubles final. Lost that final. Sanchez Vicario to Hingis and Novotny. So she got very little clay court time.
Yeah, that Hingis Novotny team pairing up for the first time. They're going to play a lot of the year together. They're going to be tough all year long.
Davenport chose not to play doubles at Lipton. And she's such a great doubles player. In fact, Davenport's the #1 doubles player in the world right now. But she wanted to get herself on some clay. And she was out.
Great point. You see the conversions there. Monica Seles, you see how anxious she is, jumping right back, ready to attack this second serve. She wants the second break. Well, you can see the effort from Seles, and you can always hear the effort as well.
A look at a very, again, aggressive dictating point from Zvereva. You can see the frustration on the face of Seles.
Well, this is the first time that Seles has gone into a third set this year, only her 4th match of the year. While it's obviously not the hottest it can be here at Hilton Head, it's pretty warm out there, and conditioning a bit of an issue, so Monica doesn't want to get caught in one of these 4-all, 5-all third sets. She'd like to try and race through this game point. I've seen the backhand volley work some pretty good angles in this match from Zvereva. See how she gets outside it with her racket face. It's below the net. That's showing a lot of touch.
Good firm wrist, keeps that racket head up. Missed with that one, had a chance. In the first game of this third set, Zvereva serving. It took Monica 3 break chances to break her. This is now her 3rd opportunity to break again. You can see how frustrated Natasha is. She had a real chance for a game point.
Incredible! Backhand pass for the second break. Zvereva doesn't like it. Seles up 3-love in the 3rd from Hilton Head.
Mike Draper works in the yard.
Hey, you always have to do what you have to do. Why not feel more alive doing it?
Barb Moran does the house.
Do it with Vitasana, a multivitamin combining essential vitamins and minerals with pure ginseng. A combination clinically shown to give you a vitality other multis don't promise. So get more out of your multivitamin.
Jay Quilty commutes from work.
And get the most out of your life. Vitasana gel caps with ginseng, full of vitamins, minerals, and life.
If you think you can't afford one of the world's most powerful custom-built computers, we invite you to take a closer look. Here's a big-time multimedia system for only $24.99 from Gateway. It's got DVD, a 17-inch monitor, a 333 megahertz Intel Pentium 2 processor, and lots more. Call us at 1-800-GATEWAY, and we'll build a powerful computer just for you.
Looking at an unusual scoreline, a 6-love first set for Seles, 7-6 for Zvereva, and 3-love halfway to her second bagel. Seles trying to get through to the quarterfinals of the Family Circle Cup. Playing here only for the second time, trying to defend a lot of points. Got through to the finals last year, losing to Hingis. You can see the service percentage of Zvereva's picked up, and the winners ahead of Seles now. That is incredible. Who would have thought that after the first set? Not me.
Zvereva had 2 winners in the first set. She struck about 20 in the second set.
We've seen that ace a couple of times. That's the third ace. 2 have been out wide on that side. 30-15. That forehand unforced error gives Seles a couple of opportunities to stretch this lead in the third and final set to 4-love. Can't do any better than that one.
Well, we've seen her play that shot so effectively. That was a difficult one because that ball had a little pace on it. It didn't sit up very high for Zvereva, so this required a lot of touch, good feel, perfect drop shot.
Still another chance for Seles, second serve. Seles leads 4-love. ESPN Outside the Lines, presented by AT&T. Made in Vietnam, the American sneaker controversy. Where were your sneakers made, Betsy? 7:30 Eastern Time, 4:30 Pacific. Mine say made in China, but a lot made in Vietnam, and stay tuned for that. Outside the Lines. With a backhand volley. This time, Zvereva showing off the forehand touch volley.
Well, she gets Seles deep in a corner, very defensive position, and just finds the open court. Didn't need to do much with it. Talk so much about Seles' troubles, and I think everybody in the world that follows Seles' career and knows her personally could not say enough wonderful things about her. As Zvereva serves her very first ace, she is one of the most caring people I've ever known.
Return winner there, and Betsy, you're exactly right. Monica Seles, very compassionate person. Of course, everything that she's been through in her relatively short life would contribute to that. She has been through so many difficulties. Zvereva holds serve, so we're not going to see 2 bagels in this match. We're at Hilton Head, and that is a trademark at Sea Pines Plantation, the lighthouse. Can Seles be guided into the win?
Attention homeowners in need of a home equity loan. It's time you called Superior Bank FSB to get the superior difference. Superior Bank is a federal savings bank which for over 75 years has been helping homeowners save money by refinancing at lower rates, consolidate their high-interest debt, or pay off overdue credit cards. Superior has helped thousands of homeowners who were rejected elsewhere or who have had credit problems in the past. Homeowners, call Superior Direct at 1-888-678-7777 and get the Superior difference.
Do you need cash? Thousands of families have turned to J.G. Wentworth for money for medical expenses, business opportunities, debt consolidation, and new homes. If you're receiving periodic payments from a structured settlement or personal injury award and need cash, call now. Once again, if you're receiving structured settlement payments over a long period of time but need cash, call now. Call 1-800-603-0608.
Monica Seles held a match point in the second set. Zvereva came back to win it in a tie-break 7-6, and now up 2 breaks, serving for 5-1. And as you have mentioned, Betsy, Seles has had trouble the past year or so closing out matches.
And I tell you, she remembers them all. I mean, she can rattle them off. There were a couple of matches like Brenda Schultz at Eastbourne. I think she led 5-2 in the first set and let that slip away. And it's just such unknown territory for Monica Seles, who never even thought about her opponent, really. She just had such incredible, relentless, no fear. And that's been the thing that has changed for her ever since her comeback after the 93 incident. To me, though, it's amazing how well she hits the ball. I mean, she's practiced very little, just hasn't had very much court time, and she's a player who likes to play a lot, needs to hit an awful lot of balls, wants to hit an awful lot of balls, and such a clean striker of the ball.
We're going to look for how Monica can edge her way towards the end of the match. There was an unforced error at 30 love, kind of coming out of nowhere. Let's see what happens here. 30-15.
Well, again, demonstrating the great touch on the backhand side as Zvereva plays another drop shot off that backhand. It's been a very, very effective weapon today. In fact, that might have been the best one she's played yet. She's had an awful lot of practice at it. That's got to be in the double-digit numbers now, this little drop shot off the backhand side.
And it makes for a pretty easy volley winner. And from 30 love on Seles' serve, it's now break point. Trying to get one of the 2 break backs is Zvereva. And she does break back. It's now 4-2 in the third for Natasha Zvereva. This is third round action of the Family Circle Cup. First set, 6 love to Seles. Second set, 7-6 Zvereva. 4-2 in the third. Pam Shriver, Betsy Nagelson. We're enjoying this battle. A lot of subplots with Seles' comeback attempts. Zvereva having never, ever beaten Seles even in one set.
That's a big return from Seles there. Seles just lost her serve. Zvereva's been able to break 3 times.
This match going a little overtime. Coming up next on ESPN, Black College Sports Today. So after this match, we'll be switching you over. Natasha Zvereva hopes it's in a little while still. She's trying to climb her way back. Was down love 4, now 2-4. A lot of tennis going on this weekend. You've got Davis Cup just a little ways away in Atlanta. USA versus Russia. You can watch that action on ESPN. Kafelnikov, Agassi, Courier. A lot of USTA people finished up their annual meeting, hopped on a plane, going to Davis Cup.
Well, a couple more break points for Seles. It's not like she hasn't had break point opportunities. This makes her 20th break point. She's got 2 coming. She's converted 7 of 18 previous.
Wow, that's just well placed with pretty good pace, almost 90 miles an hour. Boy, they seem faster than that. I feel like this radar gun's just a little slow. Maybe it's because the balls are heavy because of the clay, but man, that had a lot of action on it. So does that fault.
Again, going for a line.
And the double falls, and once again, Seles finds herself up 2 breaks, and she'll be serving for a spot in the quarterfinals, and then she'll go to that rocking chair.
You might find them in a small-town schoolhouse or in a modern classroom in a great city. You cannot distinguish them by gender or by race or by age, yet they are all bound together by one remarkable talent. They breathe life into learning. State Farm is proud to support America's most innovative teachers through our Good Neighbor Award. Thanks to these teachers, students are seeing learning in a whole new light.
I'm someone who's very in touch with my roots, and I owe it all to Fade Resistant Preference by L'Oreal. Now with Preference, I fear nothing. The sun, the wind, nothing at all. Powerful Stay True colorants that resist fading mean color won't fade out. And special conditioners mean hair won't dry out. Rich color, golden color, bright and brand new color, color that won't fade out or dry out. With Preference, my deep-rooted fears are a thing of the past. And I'm worth it. Fade Resistant Preference by L'Oreal.
We're back here, 3rd round action, but next month, May, is USA Tennis Month. Matter of fact, the 9th of May, it's a Saturday, it's USA Tennis Day. And for information, after April 15th, wait till you pay your taxes, then call 1-800-884-USTA. Free lessons. You can find out where they are near you. All part of the sports effort to grow the game in the United States, trying to get 800,000 new tennis players in the next few years. Great deal being invested, a joint effort by people all over the sport of tennis. Seles, 15 love.
Two points away from Seles trying to close this thing out again. Remember, she held a match point in that second set.
This time, a lot more of a cushion with 2 breaks.
On the Zvereva serve at 5-6 in the second set.
Oh, Monica led 30 love in her last service game. And she was trying to keep this string of games going on her serve. She hadn't dropped serve in this set and then lost her serve. So this is a very important game, obviously, trying to close out the match. Again, up 30 love, now 30-15.
That's one of the few she's missed. It sat on the top of the net for a second. It was trying to decide whether it was going to go over or not.
Well, Monica knows right here that it's drop shot time and just hitting the tape. And now, for the second time, match point. with a tough 3-set win. Who would have thought after that first set, Betsy?
Oh, it looked like this match was going to be over in about 30 minutes after winning the first set in 18 minutes. Zvereva did a great job to come back. Good match for Seles, though, to put it away.
She's through to the quarterfinals of the Family Circle Cup. We'll probably see more of her tomorrow. We'll be back after this.